So your vortex is, let's redefine it for you. Your vortex, you know what your vortex is? It's that collection, let's call it a collection point, although it's moving. A collection point of the desires that your life has defined. So the more you're living, the more you're defining. The more you're defining, the more you're asking. The more you're asking, the more the momentum, the more you're allowing, the more you get to feel the momentum. So let's redefine vortex in this way. Your vortex has huge momentum because you launch the rockets and they flow in a non-resistant way. And your inner being, the source within you, is flowing with them. To the degree that you allow yourself to move with that momentum, that's what exhilaration is, that's what passion is, that's what love is, that's what appreciation is. That's the sensation of going with that flow. When you're not allowing it, you feel stifled, you feel pain, you feel uneasy, you feel angry. And so the contents of your vortex are known to you by the emotion that you are feeling, really. So now bring us back around to the question. Ask it, if you want, exactly as you asked it before. And let's see what happens with it now.
Is there any time when it is useful to say what a person has in their vortex and what they will experience while here on planet Earth? I've heard you say you know us individually.
So do you now get it that you're putting the stuff in on a daily basis?
Yes.
Did you put anything in there lately that you're consciously aware of?
Yeah.
So you tell us. You tell us. What's in there? What's in there?
I want to be...
Is anything in there that you're already realizing? Do you think the vortex is just the incompleted pile? So tell us what you think is in there, both completed and not yet completed. What's in your vortex? More money?
Yes.
Lots more money. So, yeah, it's helpful if we tell you that it's there. It's there. What else you want to know?
Well, I have more good feelings and the thoughts come in as I become more vibrationally
Well, yes,
happy.
all of that's in the vortex. But here's the question that we're really feeling you ask. How do I get it out of the vortex over here? How do I get it into my life experience? How does it become tangible instead of intangible? How does it become real to me? Yeah. And the way it becomes real to you is a little bit at a time, just by having conversations like this, by accepting that it's real. And it's really helpful to acknowledge what's in there that you're already realizing. The word realize is so important. What are you already living? Can you think of anything that at one time you weren't living, that you now sense was in the vortex for a while, that you're now living? Because noticing those things is what helps you to be more expectant and then therefore more perceiving of them. So name some things.
And my husband, Stuart, when I started doing this work, Abraham, he came. So
he showed up after that. How many cruises have you been on?
This is our first one.
Really?
Because of him.
Oh, really? So here that is. So do you want us to explain how that happened? Because that's a long, old, boring story. Or can you just skip forward in it and accept that things that you once wanted that you didn't have, you now have?
Yes.
So you put things in the vortex. For a while you weren't a match to them. Somehow you found a way to be a vibrational match to them, and then they became realized by you. So once some things like that begin to happen, and those are some pretty big things, isn't it easier and easier to accept that other things too, other things too, other things too, other things too. Not just some things, other things, not all things, all things. All things that you desire are in the vortex, and all things that you desire can come out of the vortex over here where you are. But you've got to find a way to be a vibrational match to what's in the vortex. So you have to understand the components of the vortex. That's why we offer so many words. So what's in the vortex feels wonderful. Do you? If you do, then it's coming. You see. As you move around in your environment with others, do you ever have the wonderful experience of visiting with someone and you can just tell because of the way they feel that they're not anytime soon going to get to where you know they want to be? You can just feel the offness of their vibrational frequency. Well, this is good information for you. In other words, they're providing benefit for you because law of attraction is always consistent. Everyone is getting how they feel. The universe doesn't hear and respond to what you say. The universe hears and responds to what you mean. And what you mean is most known to you by what you feel. So if someone feels like a victim, doesn't it keep proving out that they are one? But so many incorrectly conclude that they feel like they are because it keeps happening to them. And we want to say it's the other way. It keeps happening to them because they feel like they are. And then humans say, but Abraham, it happened to them before they felt like they were. And we said, never true, never true, never true. And then you want to ask the question, well then, how did I get to the place of feeling that way I didn't want to feel? And we say, never mind, how do you want to feel now? Take hold of the reins now. Because you can't go back and sort that out, because in all of the sorting, you just keep feeling like that. So it just keeps proving itself to you over and over again. So has your question evolved in this conversation?
Yeah.
Don't you now want to say, I know that my vortex exists, and I get how I've put stuff in it, and I want to get more stuff out of it, and now I know how to get more stuff out of it. So really, has anything gone wrong? Is there any confusion about anything?
No.
It's sort of like this buffet that's all spread out before you. They're all over this ship, by the way. This buffet that's all spread out before you, and you walk up to it and you think, ooh, I would really like some of that. And the guy in the line behind you nudges you and said, put it on your plate. Just reach out and get it. Just reach out and get it. It really is that simple. Just reach out and get it. What makes you tentative? What makes you not reach out and get it? Did somebody slap your hands? Well, sometimes. But what makes you not reach out? What makes you reluctant to reach out and just take everything that is meaningful to you? That's really worth thinking about. What's got you all blocked up on that? Well, I don't want to take more than my fair share. There's lots more where that came from. Don't worry about that. There's lots more. There's an infinite stream. In other words, how did you get convinced that there was shortage? Because other people who believed in shortage sort of trained you into believing that there's shortage. But let the universe show you the way it really is. Stop replaying those incorrect messages that you heard from others and just reach out. Just reach out and see what happens. Just expect a little more for yourself if you can. And watch the floodgates open. Because your vortex, if you really want to know what's in there, is so abundant. It would take more than the hours of this forum have to describe to you in satisfying detail what's in there. Don't make us do that. There's so much that is in there. Esther's discovering, as something unfolds for her, that she thought it was this, and it was. But it was also that and 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 that she wasn't thinking about until it happened. The manifestations of things are meant to feel like the rewarding manifestations of all of the stuff that you've been putting there, and they are. In other words, we love it when you allow things to manifest because they confirm a number of things. They confirm what you have incrementally been putting in your vortex. They confirm how law of attraction's been bringing the things, the components together to make them even bigger and more than you could have even conceived of. They confirm your worthiness, your ability to find vibrational alignment with them. In other words, these manifestations are so satisfying to you because they are so confirming of all of the things that you know that you often feel resonance with as we speak these words to you. But if you can let go of being hung up on needing the manifestation in order to feel that way, and you can begin feeling some of those things pre-manifestation, oh, it's like priming the pump. And once the things begin manifesting and you start accepting the worthiness of your being, and you start acknowledging that what your real work is to sift and sort and decide, oh, that's the hard part. Really, the easy part's putting it in the vortex. It just naturally goes there. And the easy part's getting out of the vortex. Really it is, because all you got to do is chill out and some of it will come out. The hardest part is the defining of what you want. And oh, you've done enough of that to keep you busy for 20 or 30 lifetimes. So there's nothing hard about any of this, is there?
No.
You feel clear about it now, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Thank you.
Really good.
Thank you so much.
Really good.